use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hello everyone, welcome to Making the Tea Rational, where I make all the tea and gossip make sense. Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great out there, and welcome to my channel. I thought I would speak about the rumors and the gossip that's going around regarding Halle Bailey filing for full custody for Halo, regarding DDG and India Love coming out on social media as a couple or being seen in that light. Do you honestly believe Halle Bailey gives a damn about them being together? Now, India Love, you look at her and you look at Halle, where's the comparison at? One is classy, one is doing her thing, the other one, from what I hear, is out there. They're just trying to find anybody she can get with so she can get some money. And from what I hear, she's a 304 out here. How true it is, I don't know, but that's what people are saying. I seriously doubt Halle gives what about her. Halle don't care about India Love. She don't care about what DDG is doing. She has really moved on from the situation. All Halle is trying to do is to give her child some structure, and she just wants him to be safe along with herself, because she's being attacked online by people because of DDG's shenanigans. You know, he's jealous because he doesn't have, from what it appears to be, because he doesn't have access to her anymore. And I really don't think at this point it's about Halo. It's not at all. It is completely about Halle, because DDG had ample time to see Halo when they were in California, but he decided to, go to Italy to see him instead. He never made not one step in meeting with Halo, not even for an hour. He was going around traveling to all these different states and wasn't thinking about seeing Halo. He was working. He even worked when he went out to Paris. He went to Paris before he went to see Halo in Italy. And he went over there to see him. So why couldn't he see him here while he was working? I don't know. It's just a lot of things that DDG is doing. The way he's moving looks kind of suspect to me. It does look like he's pressed that Halle is not giving him the attention that he wants. And, he's trying to use India Love, I guess, to make Halle jealous. I don't know what he's trying to do with that. But I know Halle is sitting back there somewhere laughing. I know she could care less about India Love. But I don't believe that's why she filed for custody of Halo. A custody case just to, move things forward, I believe, to get custody of her child. Because she feel like, she gives him more balance, as a parent. And it looks like, she just has a little more maturity. She's trying to make sure that Halo is okay. And everybody around DDG is calling Halle names. And now, Dub has called her a itch. He was mad because Halle put his name in a response to DDG's TRO. And she was basically saying, with him fighting at DreamCon, just because his brother was called doo-doo garbage. Now, they're on just a completely different wavelength than Halle's on. And she just want to make sure that her child is around people who are responsible and that can control their tempers. That's one of the things that Halle said. She said DDG has a problem with maintaining his temper. He doesn't know how to control his temper. He has a temper problem. So with that being said, I seriously doubt that she filed for full custody of her child because of India love. I doubt that. But, back to Dub. Dub got upset because he was in there and made a video, put it out there about her filing the paperwork and called her out of her name. DDG's mom made a post with her boyfriend, who looks like he's between 50 and 60 years old, with sagging pants and that crazy hairline he has, talking about free Halo. So now they're trying to put that back out there on the internet. And I notice they try to do it like they don't mean to do it, like they have no intentions or really. They know what they're doing. And Dub was back there co-signing, saying the same thing, talking about, yeah, Halo's free, Halo's free. You see how they move? How messy they try to be? It's almost like throwing your rocks and hiding your hand. They know what they're doing, and Halle sees what they're doing. But that's all for all these reasons. I believe she filed for full custody of Halo, because if you don't like the mama, how you gonna treat her child when she's not around? You just never know. And I just don't like when family members do that. They jumping on DDG's side because he's, her, their son and their brother, but the child is still related. Isn't that your nephew and your grandson? Halle had put that in her original temporary restraining order that, that's making people come after her. And that's what they're using. That's the hashtag they're using to insinuate that she's keeping Halo away from DDG. And why do people keep saying that? Halle has said time and time again, she's even showed it on the text messages, that she's always tried to get some type of visitation arrangement so he could see Halo. But DDG is a no-show. He doesn't show up most of the time when she tries to give him opportunities to take Halo. He wouldn't even show up. She said he wouldn't show up for weeks at a time. But then he wants to cry and say that she's not, that he's being denied the right to see his child. And I don't think that's right. I think that's been a little manipulative if that's not the truth, that she's not completely taking you away from him.
Free Halo. Bro, what's that? www.
Y'all, Halo is free.
He's definitely free.
Halo is free, y'all.
Hallelujah, he's free.
It's on there now?
Free Halo. Bro, what's that? www.
Y'all, Halo is free.
He's definitely free.
Halo is free, y'all.
Hallelujah, he's free.
It's on there now?
Talking about having a content baby. He's talking about going to an egg bank, getting him an egg, fertilizing an egg, and having a baby so he can use for content. And he put that out there in the atmosphere. So what do you think that's gonna? It might stifle him from even being able to get a baby to do that with. What is going on? That just shows and proves that that's what he wants to use Halo for the most part. Because when he's there, his mother is spending time with him mostly. DDG is not being a father to Halo. Like he said, he could retire today and stop doing content today and still have the same lifestyle. Okay, well then apply that to your child and to you being his father. Put the cameras and stuff down when he's around you and just do fatherhood. And stop putting him in front of the cameras. Because no baby wants to sit up there that young on your lap for hours streaming. No baby wants to do that. And I've seen Halle do it, but she does little clips. She's not doing it for hours, having him sitting up on her lap for hours and having the camera in his face. She's just getting little cute moments. That's not what DDG is doing. He's actually putting Halo on streams, whole streams, hours plus. And he's only a little over a year old.
So, and I mean, it's just not to take sides. I'm just trying to rationalize everything that's taking place. You know, you can't constantly say that you want to see your child, but when you're given the opportunity to see him, you pick and choose when you want to see him. You take every opportunity you can to see your child if that's really what it is. If you're really concerned about that you're not seeing him. I just don't believe that's it. I think he's just using Halo as a way to get to Halle. Dub made a video calling them Halo ugly, insinuating Halo was ugly, calling them hideous. Do you know what hideous is? Hideous is much worse than ugly. And people were already trying to say Halo was ugly on social media, and I think it's horrible. Halo is adorable.
Hey, you gonna finish that pizza?
Bro, this nigga is hideous right here, dog. Like, y'all don't see this nigga?
And you don't even see DDG defending his son. He goes on live to complain about everything else, but he never said anything to even set his brother straight by going on a social media platform saying his child is hideous. And, you know, that's just crazy. How you gonna say a child's hideous? Come on now. Come on, Dub. Come on, Dub. You're calling the baby hideous? No way.
No. Give me a minute.
And now I'm going to speak about DDG's sister, TT. She liked the commenter's post that stated that Halle's Brave Face cover looked like a crackhead interview, insinuating that Halle is a crackhead. And TT had the audacity to like that post. This TT.
W Jazzy so silly, man. W Jazzy.
Yeah, your comment below is TT high.
So you see, that's what I believe Halle is mostly concerned about. Is that it's not just DDG, but it's the people who are around him, because DDG doesn't seem like he's going out his way to defend his child or even the mother of his child, even if they're not getting along. And I just really don't see why they don't see that this is a bad look for them as a family when Halo is going to grow up watching all this. Because it's like, what about him? Everybody's doing everything, but why aren't people taking time to stop and look at Halo and put him first? And don't they understand that all the things that they're doing as far as DDG and his family and his friends and the people around him, they're just creating more bullying for the mother of his child and his child by doing what they're doing. And that's just wrong. You know, how can you do your own nephew like that? And then he was just cussing him out. Why does Dub call Halo all kind of profane names? That's another thing that is tolerated. Why does DDG allow him to call his baby a MF and all kind of vulgar names like that? It's just too much. And I see why Halle's doing what she's doing. How can any sane person not see what Halle's doing? Halle just wants her child to have a life without turning him into, I guess, them. She wants him to just be a well-rounded person. And that's why I believe she's doing it. I mean, wouldn't you guys do that too? So tell me what you think. Do you think Halle filed for full custody because of India Love and that she's jealous of her and DDG's newfound relationship, which doesn't seem to be real to me? Okay. He accused Halle of having this, contract of love with this new person she moved on with, but no, that's another whole story. Come on now. I just believe that she just wants structure for her son. I do. And she probably is a little upset because of how everybody around DDG seems to be attacking her. But who do you think has them doing it? Nobody's stupid. Okay, but anyway, tell me what you think. And you guys, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment and share my video. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.